大家好. What is BajiShu? Okay, so some of you may have seen the website or see some of the stuff that I post or follow us on Instagram, the BajiShu Instagram account. If you're not one of our cohorts, let me explain what BajiShu is. How is it different? How is it unique? Why is it so effective? So BajiShu is a Bajiquan academy, online academy. It trains and teaches Bajiquan, particularly Bajiquan so far, online, remotely, to so far over 100 students around the world. This is a new method that we're using to really bypass the limitation of time zones, geographic differences, as long as you have a broadband connection, internet connection. Wherever you are, you can be learning and training Bajiquan systematically. So I started BajiShu in 2022. Prior to that, I started a Zoom class. And then very quickly I found that teaching through Zoom has a lot of limitation. Number one, time zone. I can only teach people on the same time zone as me. Okay, no one from other time zone can align. Secondly, there's a class time. People have to log on, particularly on that class time. I mean, we train, but we don't talk. So there's really, to be honest, there's really not that much of a live interaction time. Sometimes students ask questions at the end of the class. That's about it. Other than that, it's just me teaching, me watching, giving feedback live and all that stuff. And then after the class ends, after an hour or 2 hours, students go home. They forget exactly what they learn. I mean, they remember, but not at 100%. Okay, in the next class, they will come to class and start asking questions. What did we do last week? Can you redo this? Teacher, can you demonstrate that again? Okay, can you do this again? Okay, so I find myself doing the same thing over and over, redundantly every week. Some good students may take notes, but those are reminders. Okay, those are not also super effective. So those of you who teaches, you know this pain. So how does BajiShu work that is differently from, say, a yoga or fitness training streaming? Okay, it's very different. So first of all, this is not just upload a bunch of video people watch and pay and watch. We group every classes into small groups between 10 to 20 people. Okay, each class is about 10 to 20 people. And this is a set group of cohorts that they train and progress and grow together. Okay, every week there's a new class released. Okay, so say for example, you guys have seen sometimes on when I post, oh, bear group cohort, tiger group cohort. So for example, bear group, their lesson every Thursday by noon, it will go live. So I will send an email, guys, new lesson is up, start training. So these guys can watch these videos at their own flexibility. There's no set time that everyone has to log on. They can train whenever they want. When they watch the video, they practice, they train. At the end of each classes, there's an assignment given every week. So they train, they record their assignment, asking their girlfriend, their spouse, their boyfriend, or set a tripod, just record it. And they all upload it to a shared Google Drive folder online. And that's only be accessible to this group. And the cohorts, basically, they watch each other's homework. So they see each other's progression. They learn from each other's mistakes or someone who does this very well. And then they would communicate with each other as well. So by the deadline, when everyone submitted their video homework, I would examine every single videos. I watched them. So this is another unique part, is that in a live lesson, I cannot freeze a student. I cannot say, oh, freeze in midair. So for example, in 二七脚, okay, I cannot freeze someone in the midair, or I cannot freeze someone when they're in transition. When I examine these videos, I am able to go frame by frame. I can literally watch every single detail. Are you off-rooted? Is your rear foot heel off-rooted? this is the angle is wrong. And then I take screenshots. Those are my notes. And then I use my iPad. I doodle these lines, alignment lines. So if someone does a thing so like this, I would draw a line here and then in. I can literally draw a line so they can really see themselves in a screenshot when I provide these feedbacks. So they can see themselves. It's better than practicing in front of a mirror, okay? We all know that practicing in front of a mirror is good. You can see your own posture, your own mistake. But when you're in motion, you can't really see anything. When I take these screenshots, people can literally watch where I am talking about at that moment, okay? On top of that, I recorded a 10 to 15 minute feedback, individual feedback. I just go through everyone in this video, what their feedback is, and the others can also listen in to see what the others do wrong and what the others did right. So this method so far has been working really, really well. Also, this is my dedicated time to only that person, all right? So whether you're teaching or you're a student in a live in-person setting, let me ask you, how much time in each class that your teacher is able to dedicate only to you? Maximum 5 minutes, maximum 10 minutes, right? So in this type of homework, examine kind of setup, I'm able to dedicate my time to each student individually. So the progression in these BajiShu classes, it's really compact, really well curated curriculum using various different styles that stimulates a certain particular training purpose. For example, we use Bajiquan to particularly train 蚕丝劲, the silk reeling strength. We use 披挂掌 to really enhance that song aspect of things. Then we use different styles to stimulate the growth of Bajiquan development. So that really compact the timeline that what it used to take 5 years, 10 years into a 2-year program. Okay, and over this period of time, students really develop a wide vision, a wide sense of what is Chinese martial art, what is traditional Chinese martial art. And there's so many various different types. How are they, where are the commonalities? What are the differences? How do they work together, right? So these are all very proper learning knowledge of Chinese martial art. It's a complete system. And this is all done through online remote, okay? Then what happens at the end of 2 years? At the end of 2 years, students go through an examination. They're level 1, level 2. Level 1 exam allows them to move on to phase 2 programs, which further studies in the Liu Yunqiao system, 八卦掌, and also a deeper learning in 披挂 and Bajiquan, and some weapons. So that's 2 years. That's another 2-year program. That's advanced program. And then you may ask, all right, so everything sounds great, but how can you learn martial art without learning the application, the strength, feeling the strength with each other? So you're right. This is the weaker aspect of Bajiquan, of remote learning. In not just traditional Chinese martial art, also Western martial art, say boxing, there's a good amount of time that your coach, if you're serious about boxing, training in boxing, your coach is going to teach you all these foundation, footwork, drills, punches, angles. So you basically do these drills over and over. Traditional martial art is no difference. Other than it has a longer and deeper requirement in these fundamental biomechanic training. So that is basically what the program is focusing on, to make sure the students have enough training in these biomechanical drills. Okay, their body moves the right way, how to transfer power. So when they meet their partner or training partner, whoever it is, maybe a lot of the cohorts came from a karate background. They would find their karate peer and then just try on their stuff that they learn online. And just from that itself, all the report that I've been hearing from is amazing. Some student email me and asking for, okay, what should I do? This week I got this move didn't work. And then we discuss how does it work. And then the following week, it came back and say, oh, it really worked. So there's that level of interaction involved. And then also, I really encourage my student to drive up if you're close to New York. Just drive up, fly over, attend the in-person class on Sunday, twice a year, once a year, whatever. So once you have that biomechanic, your structure developed, okay, you come and feel the distance. I'll show you how these movements are worked, and then you will click. So once you're clicked, this is how it works. This is the distance. And then when you go back and continue your online training, you have a much better understanding in whatever material that you're training on moving forward. Okay, so this is BajiShu, and so far it has been growing. We're over 100 students right now, and people from all over the world, from places that simply they don't have access to a Bajiquan teacher. You know, we're talking about Romania, we're talking about Philippines, we're talking about, Pakistan. You know, so there are these places that, they can all have access to a complete 李书文 to 刘云桥武坛 Bajiquan training system. Okay? All right, hope to see you guys.